There's gonna be some crunchy ASMR before we start. Crunch, crunch.
Bones,
Fuck
you know
this shit.
bones. They just be boning.
Not injured.
It's
but
not even
I
my
did
bone.
get
It's my
new
tendon. I wish it was
shoes
my
that
bone.
I'm gonna exchange tomorrow. Guys, look at how pretty they are.
Dude, that's a hype shoe.
How much did your friend pay? Like full price for those?
My friends, it was a group gift between like 8 people.
Nice. Wow.
8 people split it.
That's lit. So
That's
each person
awesome.
only had.
Yeah.
That's
but
awesome.
they got me another small little gift also.
Okay.
Which is funny because Natalie was the one that bought these shoes and I'm buying her climbing shoes for her birthday and also splitting it amongst like 10 people.
That's how you do it. Each person pays like $13.
We are all broke college kids.
That's lit.
We did that for
Source of
our gym
nice
in high
gift.
school. We all split a Kobe custom jersey with his name on it. It's like also $150
Wow.
back in the day.
Damn, we did that for. We bought him a DS, or
Oh wow.
it's the one after the DS. Yeah.
Wait, my whole friend group, both of my like main friend groups, we all do group gifts for like every single birthday.
That should be more common. Group gifts.
I actually really like that.
I don't know why. I didn't know that wasn't common. I feel like
It's not.
most people I know
Yeah.
do it.
Well,
It
you
makes
need a
so
friend
much
group to
more
do
sense.
it.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you also
That's
have to.
also true.
And you also need good coordination.
Yeah.
Oh, which is not common in men. I get it.
Hey, wait.
Hey, I said we've done it once in high school.
We've
Which
done it
honestly was a
before.
miracle that we got that together.
This makes sense.
Oh no, and you also need high conviction for that item because you don't want to spend a
Yeah.
bunch of money on something the person might not even
Doesn't
really
want. Yeah.
No. I
Well-
think we always do group gifts, even if it's a bunch of little gifts, like little like utilitarian gifts. Like
Wait, that's not
for
a group
one
gift
of my
though. Like, are they
friends-
related
No,
to
no,
each
no.
other?
No, we all one person buys it all and then she Venmo splits it. Like splits the cost between all of us.
of the
Yeah.
small
Of
the
things.
small
Interesting.
So like
things.
for my friend Amy, we got her Christmas list from her mom and then just bought like basically everything on that and then split the cost between us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to
Interesting.
know what the person wants. How did they know you wanted those shoes? Did you tell somebody?
So like the first thing I did when I came back to Columbus was get fitted for new shoes at Fleet Feet. And then I like talked about it a lot with and then
Oh, was he in on it? The group.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was like, you know what's so silly? They took scans of my feet, and
Wait,
I sent
what?
him like the link. Yeah, at Fleet Feet they do scans, like 3D scans of your feet, and it like
Dude, technology's
shows your
crazy nowadays.
foot measurements compared to like the average, and my foot is like on the low/narrow side on literally every single measurement, like way farthest to the like smallest.
Small,
you know,
so
like,
you have really small
it's
feet.
like a range, right? So
Oh,
it's like on the
interesting.
very
Oh.
edge.
I see.
Anyways,
Very
I thought it
narrow
was kind of
feet.
funny. So I have very narrow and very low profile feet. Anyways,
Interesting.
but
Wait, now I want to get my feet scanned. I have no reason to, but I
Custom
want to
yeah,
get my
feet.
feet scanned.
go to Fleet Feet.
Custom shoes.
But then after that too, I talked to my friend Delia about it too. I was like, oh my gosh, like I really want these shoes. It would make me want to run more because we were talking about running or something. And then she was in on it also. And then like Natalie, my other friend, was like poking me because we ran together like 2 weeks ago. And she was like, oh, how do you like your Hokas? And I was like, oh, I kind of hate them, to be honest. Yeah.
Shoes are hard. Like, you had to drop all those individual pieces of the colorway you want, the shoe size you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I showed
And they
Delia.
still didn't get it.
Yeah. And they still got it wrong.
No.
I'm just
The
kidding.
thing is, I told my exact size.
Oh, they
Everyone
got your
else in the
exact
group,
size.
So the rest of the 5 to 6 people in the group were like, no, that's way too big for her feet. Because my roommate was checking like all of my shoe sizes that I have. Like,
Oh wow,
right now
your
in my
roommates
dorm.
were
She
in
was
on this
like,
too.
An A6 runs
Yeah.
small, or yeah.
Yeah.
You have to size up. They run
Or-
small, yeah. Or
yeah. You have
I
to
did,
size
yeah,
up.
yeah.
And it's also generally
too,
in
yeah.
running shoes, you want to
Mhm.
go
A little
half
bit
a
more.
size to a full
Mhm.
size larger. And I actually looked into this because I was like, when
This is true.
I saw the size 8,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's not what Dan at Fleet Feet told me to get. Anyways, I looked into it, and apparently women generally wear shoes that are too small for them because of societal expectations to have smaller feet. And so that's why like when you're fitted for
Interesting.
running shoes, it's like more common for
It's like a mental thing, a psychological
yeah, it's
tendency.
like it feels weirder that it's larger.
Oh,
I
there's
don't know.
wait.
Someone wrote a Reddit post that was like, I don't know, they tell me to go half a size so full size up, and I always go back and tell them there's too much space. But
Dude,
I like wore my shoes, huh?
You want that finger space and a half like room at
Yeah,
the top of the
you want
shoe,
like
yeah.
the thumb width.
Thumb width, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that would
But
make
yeah,
sense.
I got the shoes and I was like, guys, I'm signing up for a marathon literally as soon as you guys leave.
There's something
I'm so
about
excited about that.
buying material things to motivate you to do things that
That's
you
on
want to do.
100%. I buy
100%.
new gym clothes. I'm going
I go
to the gym
gym.
tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If I look good, I feel good. I'm doing what I love doing.
Rachel, do you want to run a marathon this year? I'm
Ooh,
back
New
on my
York
running
Marathon.
grind. New York Marathon? We have to win the lottery, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think all three of us would be able to get it unless we run
That'd be
with like
nuts.
a charity.
Wait, can't you
Yeah, we
do?
could do
Yeah,
that.
can't you do that? Like raise money or something?
You have
Ooh,
to,
okay.
yeah.
You have to raise a
but
lot of money.
How much?
I don't
Sponsor
think
us, please.
No, I
People
think
sponsor.
I think people would support. I mean, if we find a good charity that we like, I think with our platforms we could raise enough money to run the New York Marathon.
Yeah, we can look into it.
Yeah.
Rachel, what pace
No,
would you
I
go
can't
for?
I can't run a marathon.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can.
You just said you
No,
would.
No, I can't.
What's
No,
the longest you've
that was
ever
a joke.
ran before?
Probably like only 8 miles, and that was like peak cross country mode.
Dude, that's fine. Multiply that by 3, you're almost there.
Oh, almost.
Anyone can run
Not even
a
there,
marathon.
just almost.
You're just
It's
I
all
think-
mental. And I admit
Well, no, there's
I
a
am
cutoff.
a very weak mental person.
there's a cutoff.
I think if you
Mentally, I'm
well, it depends on the
extraordinarily
marathon.
weak. I give up so easily.
I don't know if New York has a cutoff, but I'm pretty sure like you have to finish within like 6 hours or something. I could be
think-
completely speaking on my
I think
ass.
you can
but
walk it in 6 hours.
Yeah, continuous walking. No, Rachel, you're definitely stronger than that mentally. Sorry, you can do it. I think you can do it in sub 4:30.
Oh, I thought you meant mile pace.
Yeah,
No.
but I would have to.
I think that's
would
like a
have to
9-minute mile
train.
pace, right? Give or take.
Yeah,
A
something
4
like that,
hour is
but
like 9. I think you could do that, Rachel.
I won't be ready for it next year.
This year? What do you mean next year?
This year.
Oh yeah,
my
that also
God,
means
it
I
is
need to
this year.
start.
I
I need to
forgot.
start running too if that's something that we
Yeah.
actually want to do.
No, I'm not run. Like I'll run a 5K or a 10K.
We can do a half
not
marathon
marathon.
first. Half is
It
so
feels so
anticlimactic though.
uncommitted. Yeah,
I
don't
know.
like
Just
that.
Why
like-
don't you just do the full thing?
Quit halfway? Dang, you right.
Yeah, I don't want to quit.
Why would you pay the
halfway.
same registration fee?
Just
Dude,
run
wait.
half of it?
Are you mocking
Just
my
to
friend
run
who told
half
me
of
that? Me and my roommate signed up for a half marathon, and I told one of our other mutual friends that like my roommate and I, this was back in college, signed up for the half. And he's like, "So you're just gonna quit halfway?" I'm like, "Ah, dang, you're right. You're right, Billy. Like, I am gonna run the
That's
full
funny.
marathon." And then it got canceled because of COVID.
But
3, 2, 1. All right, that should be good enough. All right,
Uh,
everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of the Rooftop Pod. This is really confusing. I don't know if I should be looking at my camera or you guys, but I think I'm going to look
Looking at the
at
camera.
you guys. But as you can tell, we are not together. We're doing a Zoom pod, and we're all cozied up. It's the end of the day, end of the weekend. It's a Sunday night, and we kind of wanted to catch up with each other.
Sunday scaries.
Yeah, it's truly Sunday scaries for me. I feel like doo-doo.
Dang. Isn't every day kind of the same for you? Like, you don't have classes. Like,
Wait,
you
me?
still went to the lab today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like, Monday is, like, a different...
No, I'm saying it's a Sunday scary because I drank last night and I'm like, I'm not hungover, but like I felt kind of
Oh,
queasy and
That's not what
Oh.
Sunday scary is.
No, I used to have mad anxiety before the work week when I was
Oh,
consulting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I
Oh,
feel
that's what
existential
Sunday
dread.
scaries are.
But
Is
does
like
the
dread
hangover
about
also
the coming
adds to
work
it?
Week.
I mean, I wasn't drinking. I was just anxious.
I
I
also did not drink.
Uh,
I mean, this was... Oh, I thought the Sunday scaries always referred to, like, going into work the next day.
I think
it does,
is.
it does,
Yeah.
but it also, I thought it also entailed, like what I've seen on social media is people posting, like I have the worst Sunday scaries right now, and it was like the day
Because they're
after going
hungover?
out. Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I mean, it just,
Interesting.
Sunday's
I
the
think
worst day
Jesse's
for a
on
lot of
different
reasons.
Side of TikTok.
Today was nice. I didn't mind today. It's just been cloudy and gloomy here in New York for like days.
I went
so
for a
ugly.
run last night while it was raining, and it was kind of great.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
not gonna lie. It was quite refreshing.
That's true. We've had our fair nights out running in the rain.
We've had our fair what?
Nights running out in the rain.
We have?
Nights meaning singular night.
I'm only referring to my birthday for you guys, but I've run home in the rain multiple times in New York because I refuse to call an Uber.
You're so funny. The Uber's not even that far.
It's not. That's why Uber's not far. I'm not that far. If I'm within a 20-minute walk, I can run that.
No, this is fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of, I was apartment hunting.
Oh,
Or
nice.
sublease hunting today.
Oh, wow.
I
This
have
early?
Forgot you have to do that.
Yeah, well, I haven't. Well, I found one listing on Facebook for the summer, and that's like the only one that I found for the summer. 'Cause
Update. Rachel's gonna
New
be
York housing
in New York
market.
again. Yay! I don't think the pod knows that. Rachel, what are you doing in New York this summer?
The same thing I did last summer.
Yay!
Yeah. Do you think you're gonna be as busy again this summer because?
Busy?
Yeah, you were working from like the morning till like 7 p.m.
Oh. I guess the commute was
Oh.
far. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So my hope is the person that I'm trying to live with, she really wants to live in Manhattan, just like commute wise, because
Word.
Nice.
No, not nice.
What do you mean?
because
Sounds
everything
expensive,
is
but-
expensive AF in Manhattan.
That's
I
so
was
true.
I was looking at
Yeah.
long-term Airbnb stays because honestly,
That's so
there are
expensive.
some phenomenal. Okay, gatekeep the hell out of this. If you're trying to live in New York, don't look at Airbnb, please, until I've at least booked my place, please.
Is it
But
really cheaper?
There's a certain neighborhood that I really love.
Tell us off camera. Or bleep this out, Jesse.
I'll bleep it out.
Life updates? I feel like Rachel, we got
Oh
yours.
yeah.
But Rachel,
let's
you
do some
turned
light updates.
you turned
Rachel's-
old.
I think 22 is a year where you're old.
No, just kidding.
No,
Wait,
I actually think so. Because 21 is like
This is concerning.
your year of like
wait,
still youth. Like there's something new to look forward to. Like you're able to.
did you see this TikTok where like there's ages that are considered young and old, but it's not linear? Like 21 is young, but 22 is old.
Yes.
Like 29 is old, but 31 is young. Because 31, you're just starting your 30s. But 29, you're at the end. You're late 20s.
Yeah, they're chapters.
Anyways. Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
The
But-
TikTok did a lot better job than me. Anyways, sorry. Keep going.
I think 22 is old. Not old like senile old, but old in the sense that there's no
Geriatric.
What
new.
would that make you, Jesse?
Geriatric.
I said
let's talk
not
about
like
this.
senile old. I'm saying this because there's no more milestone to look forward to. Like
Yeah.
I have another graduation.
Oh, right. You have
no,
grad
I
school.
mean,
but it's not the
that's like
same.
a milestone that's age dependent.
Yeah.
Like 18 is like you're actually like a legal adult. 21 like legal minds.
16, you can drive.
Quarter
Yeah.
life crisis.
Yeah, you're.
Oh wait, I
quarter-life
guess
crisis
another
milestone.
one is health insurance when you turn 26.
26 when you get kicked out.
Yeah.
Oh wait, renting a car. When do you not pay the extra young driver fee?
25. Yeah.
26 is a big one. The paying for your own health insurance really.
Yeah, I guess that's
sucks.
another big milestone.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate
Yeah.
it. Wow, Rachel, we're both hitting big milestones this year.
Well, Rachel is
Dude, it was
past
so
the milestone.
funny. My
Well, no.
young friends that are not 22 yet, they wrote my birthday card. They were like, "You old lady," and I kept thinking about Jesse. I was like, "They're calling me this. What did they think about Jesse?"
I'm not their peer though.
A literal dinosaur.
But not in 3 years. He'll be young. He'll be a young 30-year-old. But now
So
he's
true.
an old geriatric 20-year-old.
I mean, there's
He's like,
okay.
"Eh."
Okay, if you watch, okay, none of you guys have seen the new season of Singles Inferno, but there's this really interesting thing where almost all the guys are over 30. Some of them, the oldest guy was like, I think 36. Most of them were like 31 or 32. All the girls like 26, 25.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did hear that. I'm
Which,
saying
do you
this
think
all
that's
as a
weird?
joke. Oh. No.
I don't
Not-
think that's
well,
that
oh, wait,
strange.
how-
I think if
How
it
young is the
makes-
youngest girl? 20.
The youngest girl was like 25, I think.
Okay, 25 was my cutoff for it being not weird.
Yeah, they're all
Because I
feel
25
like-
and 26, but there was no girls in their 30s. Like these dating shows don't ever feature girls in their 30s.
Okay, well that's messed up.
I don't like that.
I think
I don't
in
like
terms
that, yeah.
of age gap, it's fine. Just because
Right.
like if they have the same life goals at that point in life, like yeah, that's fine. But in terms of media discriminating against older women,
Yeah,
that's
kind of fucked.
fucked.
But like
I will-
there is a tendency for an audience to gravitate towards media that contains younger women. So
Well,
is it the producer's fault or is it society's
fucked.
fault? It's like back and forth.
Everyone's fault. Why?
Okay.
I think it's the producer's fault.
Why do people?
High
yeah,
key.
I think it's perpetuated by the producers.
As the
Yeah.
producing / casting directors who can literally choose who to feature.
Yeah.
But like I get it. Like you can point the blame at anybody because if you've gone through the recruiting process of a reality TV show, there's so many hoops. You start off with like the casting associate who like finds people or like goes through the applications. Then you
Yes.
go to a casting like director who like interviews everybody. And then after that you meet with the executives of the network. And so like it's all of these layers perpetuating the ongoing trend of like featuring younger women and no older women on these dating shows.
Yeah.
Or
It's like always about subverting beauty standards, because I think the same argument could have been made for like having more diverse models, because like before like probably like 5-10 years ago, every single model you saw was skinny white blonde.
Yes.
True.
Now you see like a host of diversity, and that's because efforts have been pushed to like feature people that don't all look the same.
Mm.
you see a
Nike-
slightly shorter.
Nike does a great job of doing that. Of selecting diverse models.
Speaking of,
Hey, that's on facts. That's on facts.
You don't have to be tall and white and handsome anymore. You can be I'm just kidding. I'm just saying you can be slightly above average in height and Asian.
Yeah,
now.
you right. Hey, you right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's a good thing.
I wonder who that is. Yeah, I do say all this a joke. Like I was talking to my roommate like a couple of days ago, and we were just talking about like when we like feel like we're like hitting our stride in life, and it's definitely going to be in our 30s.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to somebody who
that's what
I didn't
was told at my
realize.
internship too.
Yeah, like I can't wait until my 30s to be honest,
Same.
because I think your 20s are, you know, cheesy, but like figuring out what you want to do in life, and there's
Yep.
just like way
Yep.
too many stressors
There's a
maybe,
lot of
or like just
barriers,
so many
yeah.
barriers, like so many obstacles, so many things you have to transverse.
Mhm.
I feel like 30s. Hopefully, I'll
There's
have
a
more
lot of
things figured out by
monetary
then.
boundaries too, time
Yeah.
boundaries.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait. I think for guys and girls, like 30s, like, yeah, it's where your stride comes in.
Yeah, I remember I had this like exact same conversation with like a full-time employee over the summer. I was like, all I've learned this summer is that everyone is just settling. And she was like, wait, stop. Because mind you, this girl is like, what, like 3 or 4 years older than me. And she was like, don't think like that. I think things get better when you're 30 is what I've heard. I was like, but that's so far away from me.
I mean, yeah, you got time.
Yeah.
I think-
22. Wow.
There are lucky individuals who find their stride in their 20s though. Andrew, you were telling me about one guy who retired and he's
Yeah.
23.
Yeah, that's true. He found his thing and he cashed out.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
There
of
are
that, yeah.
lucky, very lucky individual. Not lucky, just like people who are either extremely talented or, yeah, get lucky.
A little bit of both. Yeah, yeah.
You can,
a little bit
yeah,
of
a
both.
little bit of both. And I think you're on the side of the spectrum where you've kind of hit your stride. Like you're in a
Not lucky,
comfortable
yeah.
position. I wouldn't say it's luck. I think you
Hmm,
very much directed your life to be where it is right now.
that's true.
But yeah, but I mean, we don't know because we don't know what you're gonna do in your 30s, and maybe this is
30s,
like
yeah.
way in perspective of what you're gonna do in your 30s. This
Mhm.
could be like the bottom of your life, and your 30s will be like even better. So
I hope so.
that'd be cool.
Can't peek. Dude, I was thinking about that recently. Wait, hold up. Completely separate tangent. I was talking to you earlier, Jesse, about hopefully it doesn't bottom out my life. But I was thinking about how the universe always cosmically balances itself. This I have now realized, now that I said this out loud, is completely unrelated to what you're saying.
No, I mean, I would say the reason why I said you're like hitting your stride right now is because everything in your life is going right. It's
Right.
going well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and
you
so
just
that's what I
think
was saying.
that you can't have that many good things happen in a row. You
That's
have a
okay.
There's got to
Exactly.
be some sort of phenomenon of
It's-
a phobia of too many good
Yeah.
things because you have that.
This podcast might drop before this video is making, so the podcast listener will get an inside scoop. But I felt uneasy a couple months ago because too many good things were happening. Essentially, like
Let's
too
be
many
clear.
things were
This
going
is a
right.
very privileged type of anxiety to have. So
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like, yeah, which is weird. Like things don't. This many things going right, like it felt wrong that it was happening like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, something bad has to happen.
the
because
universe
you can't
has to
keep on
balance
going
itself.
up. And then I broke my finger, and I'm like, this makes sense. Like,
And
after
I
I broke
remember
it,
at Andrew's birthday dinner, we were doing what was a high-low ha's.
yeah,
Which is like highlight of your year, low point of your year,
Yeah.
and like a funny thing that happened.
yeah.
And Andrew went and he was like, my low, honestly, my finger. And then
That was a pretty big
So
low.
So
was
everyone was like, "Wow,
wow.
guess your life is
Wow.
pretty
Your
good
life
then."
is so hard, Andrew.
Yeah. To be honest, like in light of everything that's happening, even in like one, globally, but two, like if we look at things domestically, I have a lot of friends in tech who have been going through like the tech layoffs and everything. And like my company went through a ton of layoffs, and the
Yeah.
fact that I survived it, I'm just like, I got lucky. That was like pure luck that I like snuck my way through that. Yeah, just like I just been getting lucky at a lot of turns. Same thing with like the Nike thing, like just lucky. Yeah. I don't know. That's all. The finger, very
Life
unlucky.
is a lot of luck.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of things happen circumstantially.
Yeah.
Like I feel like especially with people and who you surround yourself, like that's all circumstantial and all completely luck. Like yes, you can make the most out of your situation, but like I think always feel extremely lucky to be surrounded by the people that I'm surrounded by.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, you can always put yourself into positions where you're more likely to be lucky, but yeah, nothing's ever
Yeah.
like you can't fully control everything that happens in your life.
Mm.
Yeah, I definitely feel lucky to have a lot of the people that I have in my life. Yesterday I hosted like,
I think there's mold on my Owala thing again.
dude,
That was
why do you
fast.
get so much mold on your
It's
I
okay.
never get mold.
I have 8 replacements, so
Wait,
Dang,
like
how
on the
does it get
spout?
on the little rubber part.
Yeah, what the heck?
That seems highly,
I never get mold
what's
on
the
mine.
A
word?
lot of people have
Unsanitary,
problems,
not hygienic.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
There's-
obviously
there
there's
was
mold
a lot
on it.
of TikToks. There were a lot of TikToks
Yeah.
going around over winter break that were like,
I feel
I've been
like
feeling sick for months, and it's because of this.
Because of the mold on your no.
maybe.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's mold is just bacteria, and bacteria like you'll get acutely sick if you have a bacterial infection. It's not like a virus.
I thought isn't
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, like acutely
guess you
sick
c-
for months.
Wait, what? Just
Well,
baseline
cough, always feel like
infection. I mean, it could. Unlikely though.
can it like asbestos is also mold, right? And
No.
if you live in, is it not?
No, asbestos
Oh.
is like a filament that like it's I forget what element it is, but it's
Oh,
no, it's not.
that's a
mold. It's
thing that's
nothing
commonly
living.
found in old houses, right?
House insulation. Yeah, because it can
Oh, okay.
it can cause you
Yeah.
to get mesothelioma in your lungs.
Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind then. Take back what I said.
Let's see.
Wait, can I recap my birthday?
Oh,
I only
yeah,
recapped it to
yeah. What did
Andrew,
you
but
do
it
for
was
your
so
birthday?
Silly. It was a really silly day. Basically, on the 23rd, which was a Tuesday, I had class with my friends, and one of my other friends FaceTimed me, and she was like, "Are you staying up for your birthday?" And I was like, no, I have to wake up really early tomorrow morning to go on a food recovery run, which is basically we take the leftover food from campus dining places and we drive it to a food pantry. And so I was supposed to wake up at like 6 a.m. for that because we go at like 7 a.m. when all the places just open. And then ideally we're done by like 9. Anyways, I was like, no, I think I'm going to go to bed early. And she was like, you're so lame. You're breaking tradition, because apparently she had stayed up with me like the past 2 years. And then at like 10 p.m., my other friend texted me and she's like, are you going to stay up? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, you should. And I went, well, something's happening at 12 a.m. And I was like, can I take a nap? And she was like, yeah, go ahead. So I napped until like 11:30 p.m. And I hear a bunch of my friends like enter my house at like 11:55.
What the?
And I hear them like stumble up outside my door, and one of them opens the door at 11:58. And then she checks her like phone and she goes, oh, it's not time yet. And she goes back out, closes the door again. And I just hear them awkwardly giggling for like 2 minutes.
You're just in your room doing what?
Yeah, I'm like sitting on my bed and I go, well, I guess I'm just awkwardly waiting for 2 minutes. And then so when it's 12, they bust in. They're like playing the...
They brought a mariachi band.
No. It's like it's the explicit one. It's explicit.
It's your birthday, though.
Happy
You know,
birthday.
I that one.
No.
Wait,
no.
what? Explicit?
One time for the birthday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then they got cookies from Insomnia. They lit a little candle and sang. And then one of my friends did a cat tarot card reading for me also.
A cat
and they
tarot
just hung
card
out for
reading?
like 30 minutes. Yeah, they were cat-themed tarot cards. Very cute.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they left. I got very little sleep because I realized I hadn't scheduled. So on my birthday or on birthdays, there's a local piercing tattoo place that gives you a free piercing for your birthday. You have to pay for the jewelry, but the piercing is free, and it's normally like $35. I realized I hadn't scheduled my next piercing yet, and I was like, oh shit, which one should I get? Because I was between 2, and so I stayed up making that appointment and deciding which one I should get. And then so I only ended up getting like 5 hours of sleep, and I woke up, and then I was doing my food recovery run with one of my other close friends, and she surprised me with like 2 baked goods from one of my favorite bakeries in Columbus, and then also a little Smiskey. And it was so silly because I had taken her to the same bakery like 2 days ago to like thank her for helping me host a hot pot night. And then she got me the exact same thing that I got her because she was like, it was so good, I want you to try it.
Nice.
Yeah, and then so we did that, and then there was a bunch of traffic on the way back, and the original plan was that I was going to drop her off at her next class because she had a presentation, and she was like, well, this isn't a surprise anymore, but we're also going to go pick up 2 of your other friends and bring them to that same class. And they were running super late, and they were supposed to present like first thing. Like,
it was a surprise?
They're all three of them are in the same class, and the 2 of them, like, I wasn't supposed to see them at all that day. So she went and picked up the other 2, drove them all to class, and they were really late, and they were like kind of stressing about it in the car, but like pushing away the stress and being like, it's your birthday. And then they got to class like 5 minutes late, and they like, as soon as the clock struck 9:10, they were supposed to be up and presenting. So that did not happen for them, unfortunately.
Oh, wow, really?
So
they missed their presentation?
Well, they just went second.
Okay.
Because there was another group that was presenting that morning also. But then I went to class, got my piercing, went home, cleaned a little bit, got some more presents dropped off, and then went climbing. This is all just running through events. And then I was driving to dinner. And I get a phone call from my mother. And I'm driving, and it's raining.
That's when you...
And I go... And I'm already a little stressed because we were supposed to arrive at the place at 7.
This is dinner with your friends.
Yes.
Okay.
Dinner with 4 of my really close friends who had like basically planned everything out for my birthday, which I love and appreciate them all so much for. Like, genuinely love them all to death. Anyways, I was driving to dinner. We were supposed to get there at 7 and they closed at 8. Or it was 8 and they closed at 9. One of the two. Anyways, so we were only going to have like an hour to do the full dining experience.
Yeah.
But I felt kind of bad for staying there until close. Anyways, I got a call from my mother. I pick up the phone, or I don't pick up the phone because I'm driving. So I just click the end call button because I'm like already kind of stressed driving this car, right? Yeah. And usually when that happens, she gets the hint. She'll call me back like sometime else. No, I get another call immediately afterwards and I go, something's up. So I pick up and she goes, are you home right now? I go, no. She goes, okay, well, we'll be there in a little bit. And I go, oh, well, I'm going to dinner right now.
Yeah,
do you want to join? And she was like, yeah, sure. So then I have my other friend who has our dad's phone number, text him the address of the place that we're going to, and I get another call back. And my mom goes, okay, so the place is an hour and a half away from us. And I go,
wait, what?
What?
I thought you're going to be here soon.
Yeah.
So they called you before they left?
Oh, yeah.
No, we'll get to that. And I go, okay, well, have you guys eaten yet? And they're like, no. And then my other friend at this point is frantically searching for other restaurants that close later so my parents can join for dinner. And I go, oh my God. Okay, well, I don't know what to do because like they also have nowhere to idle if we're eating at dinner because I'm not at home.
Right.
So I was like,
I mean,
well,
they could find a restaurant,
I don't really
but
know. Yeah, but I would feel really terrible for that. So anyways, at this point, I'm only like 5-10 minutes away from the restaurant. I pull into the parking lot.
Yeah. Figure it out.
Try to figure it out. I get a text from Dad that's like, we'll meet you at the restaurant. And I go,
Wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
They trying to
check his location.
Away.
Yes, they were.
Oh.
I check his location. Oh, no. That wasn't part of the surprise, though. That was... we'll get to it.
Okay.
I check his location. He's only like 10 minutes away.
Okay.
They get there, and Dad's like, your mom hit the bike mode on the GPS. It was an hour and a half away by bike. And Dad was like, I was like, this makes no sense. We're 16 miles away. How can it take an hour?
Bike mode.
And Mom was like, that's
classic
what the
mom.
GPS is telling me.
Classic mom.
Mom didn't think twice.
So
like,
I
oh,
was
an
like,
hour and a half.
I was just so hyper stressed in those like 20 minutes while I was driving in the rain trying to figure out
that's
these
so
dinner
funny.
plans with Mom and Dad. I was
Classic
I was
mom.
like
Mom
texting
is
you guys. I was
adorable.
like, they need to stop doing this because I'm so stressed right now. Like I appreciate the effort. This is the thing. When Mom and Dad do surprises, they don't plan it.
They don't
just
plan
it.
It's
show
not.
up.
Not at all. They just show up.
It's not a good, you can't plan surprises without having like an insider on the other side helping you plan it. Because what if you were at dinner? What if you weren't even in Columbus?
I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, like you have plans because it's your birthday, and they can't just like integrate them. I mean, their intentions were good, but like the assumption that they could just integrate into whatever you had planned is stressful.
Yeah, but I mean, like after those 20 minutes, I was just like really grateful to have them there. Had dinner.
Nice.
Went back to my place because Mom baked me a cake, which was a lovely surprise, and it was really delicious.
It was just Mom and Dad.
All made of Noru.
Nice.
Was it actually?
Yeah, she integrated Noru into.
Wow.
I think the frosting definitely had the taro powder in it.
Oh, frosting! Wow.
And the matcha filling, I think she just put straight soy protein in it.
Oh, nice.
So there was a lot of protein in the cake.
Hell yeah.
Let's go,
She
Mom.
also probably put like 15 eggs in there.
So funny. Yeah, and also the cream cheese was also vegan.
Wow. Hey, vegan cream cheese is where it's at.
Wait, I'll send you a picture to throw up. But she tried to make a heart with kiwis and grapefruit, and when she brought it out,
the grapefruit was so funny.
When she brought it out, I like spoke in Chinese and like whispered to her. I was like, what is that?
这是什么啊？
那是什么？ And she goes, oh, it's a heart. And all of my
You
friends
can't
were like,
tell.
I immediately knew that it was a heart. Rachel, what do you mean? And I love my friends. My friends are all like, oh my gosh, we love your parents.
Oh,
I think mom and dad make a really great impression, like first impression on all
Nice.
of my friends.
They
But
do.
Nice.
They're adorable.
yeah, they're good.
they're so cute. Oh, one of my friends said, she was like, I like them because they're short and it makes them more approachable.
Wait, what?
Because she's
I mean,
only
yeah.
like 5'1".
Oh,
So
She's mom's
she
height.
was
Yeah.
like, they're so small and cute.
We can speak at the same eye level.
Yeah.
But
That does
Yeah,
make them more
so-
approachable. I see that.
mom brought me so much food also. She brought me a bag of like 9 grapefruits, a pound of Brussels sprouts, a whole host of other things.
What?
I had to reject so much of it.
Yeah,
I was like,
you
Mom,
have
please,
to.
I
Yeah.
like genuinely cannot.
It's also
have all
inconsiderate
things,
to
like,
your
I
other
wanna eat it.
roommates.
Well, the thing is, I only live
Pantry
with one
space.
other person
Wait, what?
right
Wait, what?
now.
Did they all leave?
Yeah, so one of my roommates is on co-op, and the other one like lives with her boyfriend now. So I just have my
Wow.
roommate.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Dang, that's
Which is
lit. You have
That's
so
really
much room.
nice because both of us are the clean roommates also.
Dang, that's lit.
So
That's
it's
lit.
been really nice.
Oh,
this
wow.
living
Senior year's
going well.
situation.
Wow.
Let's go.
No, and we're both in the same friend group also, so we've just been
Oh,
hosting
let's
everything in our
go.
house.
Dang, that's
Yeah.
so.
That's so nice.
Dude, honestly, like
It's
hearing
so
you recap
nice.
your birthday makes me really miss college.
Yeah.
Like these
I
are the
love
memories that I miss.
college.
Yeah.
I love this
The
is why I'm
surprise
like
birthday
the
parties.
next location that
mhm,
I live in, like I need to have at least one really close
Friends.
friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But then, guys, the night does not end there, okay?
All right.
I say goodbye to my parents.
Oh, they leave.
And they're like,
Oh, yeah,
oh,
of
we
course they
wanted
leave.
to do
Yeah.
this. Yeah. Oh, John and Philip were not there, but I thought they were coming because I thought I heard
Oh.
them in the car.
Malone,
Basically, what
Gaiman.
happened is mom and dad dropped them off at piano lessons and then drove straight to me and then had their piano teacher drop them back off at
Yeah.
home. Yeah.
Because they live pretty close.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bonita did that for us?
Yeah. They love
Oh.
John.
They do love
do
John.
really like
He's our
John.
piano prodigy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I said goodbye and they're like, oh, we wanted to do this because this is probably like the last year we're going to be able to do this. And I was like, oh.
Dang, that's
Anyways,
sad.
I know.
Wow,
Anyways,
dang.
They know
I
you're
remember the
moving.
last time Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Anyways.
mean, none of the schools you applied to were in Ohio, so yep.
Yeah. After that, I called Andrew to recap the night.
Mm-hmm.
Get a text from my neighbors
Yep. Oh, you're right. I
saying
don't know how this
there's a
ended.
gas leak.
Mhm.
Evacuate.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I go, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I pack all my things and I leave.
Dang.
And
Wait.
that's how my birthday ended.
You left where? You went home to Cincinnati?
No.
Oh.
All of my neighbors are just standing on the corner of the street because they had called someone
God.
from Columbia Gas to come and fix the leak.
Wait, was it your
Um,
neighbor? So it wasn't your house. It was a neighbor's house.
Well, they're connected to our house. Like we
Oh,
live in a
okay.
little duplex. So
Yeah.
it was like behind our wall. So it was technically same
Oh.
house. It was
Yeah, I
just
see.
divided down the middle. So
Yep,
we could
yep,
also
yep.
smell the gas on our side. It just wasn't as bad.
Oh, so you did smell the
Oh.
gas.
Not in my room, which is where I was
Mm.
when I was calling you, but when I went down to the kitchen,
Oh, you
like
could
while I was
smell it. Yeah, that's
evacuating, I was
bad.
like, it's
Yeah, that's
faint.
bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite
Yeah.
bad.
Dang, that's pretty bad. Yeah.
Do you know there are these
But, yeah.
phenomenons? Oh, sorry. This is such a tangent. Because you said gas leak. there are these phenomenons in the world called eternal fires.
Oh
And
yeah.
Yeah, and it's because they occur. They're these flames that are naturally occurring flames in nature, and they're just always lit.
Can
and
you
they
put them
happen.
out?
No, it's because either a lightning struck it or something. But there are these little pockets in the earth where gas is escaping from under the subterranean
Yeah.
regions, and something sparked it. And then because there's gas constantly coming up, these flames have been going on for like thousands of years. There are 9
Yeah.
of them in
That's
the
pretty
world.
cool.
I know
Yeah.
about that from a
Dang.
TikTok. Did you see the one behind a waterfall?
Yeah.
God dang it. We
God
saw
dang
the
it.
same video.
It's the same TikTok.
So you looked into it farther. I didn't.
No, he explains all of this in the video.
Oh, I just saw it and I kept scrolling. I was like,
Oh.
cool, internal flame.
Oh, that's
Keep
cool.
scrolling.
Scroll.
Oh,
I
did he
watched
say
the
all
whole
that?
video?
Oh, I did not watch the whole thing. I saw the comments. It was like, my goal is to put every single one out.
There are
Dang.
literally 9 of them in the world.
Oh, man.
Anyways,
That's
a
all I
great,
asked if you could put them out.
That's feasible to do.
that's a great
Uh,
birthday. I feel like that's
great
besides
birthday.
the gas leak part,
Yeah.
but a lot of filled with
Dang.
friends and family.
Yeah, basically the
22.
whole day, which I am very grateful for.
Yeah.
I love
Man.
my friends.
That's lit.
And it was really funny because after mom and dad had left,
Mm-hmm.
they also planned my birthday party for me, which was yesterday.
Mm.
And
Oh,
they
yeah.
also wanted to surprise me because I think it's like, I don't know if I can generalize it as an Asian thing, but I know like we're not like super big on celebrating birthdays. We don't
Could
like
be our
making
family,
a
to
big
be
deal
honest. Yeah.
about ourselves. Yeah, but my friend Annie also said the same thing. And so like I've never been one, and like I feel bad about it also because like I don't want someone to plan it for me. So sometimes I'm like, just suck it up and like plan your own birthday festivities and just be selfish for once,
Yeah, it
because
feels so
honestly you not
conceited,
doing
though.
it feels
Yeah.
might be a little more selfish. But anyways, they were really confused because I joke around a lot, right? Like I'm very sarcastic and deadpan, and sometimes it flies over my friends' heads sometimes.
You're
So
like, this sucks.
they
Why'd you do
confronted
this?
me about this.
Oh.
And they were like, Rachel, we're a little confused on what makes you happy. And so they kind of had me like veto certain ideas of theirs. And then like they would be like, okay, we're saying no more. No more is being said.
Okay. Okay.
we
Wait, that's kind of
understand.
nice. That's kind of nice, actually.
Yeah, which is really cute. And then,
is
but
sweet.
the thing is, so I volunteer with this other organization in Columbus. It's called Healthy Asian Youth. And on
Healthy
Friday,
Asian news?
Healthy Asian
Healthy
youth.
Asian Youth.
Youths. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on Friday, they went to a trampoline park and they like invited the volunteers to go with them. And I was like, you guys, cancel
That
all
sounds
your
fun.
plans. We're going to a trampoline park for
Wait,
my
that
birthday.
sounds so fun.
Right?
Wait, did you do
While
that?
we were there? No, but I was like, damn.
That sounds so
next
lit.
year.
That sounds so lit.
know. I have
Next
the grippy
year.
socks and everything now.
Yeah, I mean, you can go there not on your birthday,
23.
but yeah.
But what a lit birthday it would be. They kept on pausing the music and being like, attention all jumpers. Everyone here who is here for Valerie's birthday, please head to room number 2. Pizza is being served. And like while we were waiting for the kids to show up, there was just like massive carts of like pizza, corn dogs,
Damn.
ice cream,
Did you ever
cake,
go to
donuts.
Run Jump and Play?
Yes. That
Was it like
that was
the similar
so lit.
vibes?
I've
No,
never
it's.
been there.
Do you remember when we went to a trampoline park when you were
Yeah,
trying
Sky
to learn how to
Zone.
do a backflip?
I do
Yeah.
remember that. And
That is the trampoline.
okay,
park.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like way more
Also lit.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang.
like there were kids everywhere.
Yeah.
Birthdays
Trampoline
at
park
these
is
like
lit.
fun venues like laser tag or trampoline parks. Those were like some of the
Bring
most
it back.
lit birthday parties.
We need
Dude,
to
you're
bring
so
back
right. We need to bring
playing.
back trampoline parks. We really do.
We need to bring back silly things because what I've realized.
I would love to play trampoline dodgeball. Anyways, yes.
Right.
That'd be so
I would
fun.
love to jump in a foam pit. There's like a mini
Uh-huh.
like American Ninja Warrior esque like little
Wow.
little
That sounds so
playground
lit.
thing too. It was so
Ugh.
funny because some of the volunteers that I volunteer with know that I climb also, so I was able to do a lot of like the more
Hell
grip
yeah.
strength. type things, and
That's what's
so
up.
they would just be like, they would point to things and be like, Rachel, do that.
Do
Rachel,
it.
do that. And then they'd be like, Rachel, do a backflip. And I'd be like, well, I can't do that, but
Not yet. Not with that attitude.
I thought it was really silly. But what was I gonna say? I feel like doing these like silly things or like childlike things is so much more inclusive of people who like don't drink or like prefer to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
sober. Or like if you're gonna DD, like
Yes.
it's so
Yeah.
much easier to do silly activities that don't require you to be in another state of
That's
mind to like
so
feel like you can enjoy
true.
yourself.
Because the activity itself
Things
is
that I've
fun.
learned.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's
Yeah.
silly and you can let loose and just be a child.
Yeah. I had a great
Oh,
time for
wow,
my
that's
birthday, but
so
Jesse, write this down. Trampoline park next year.
Dude, wait, that's actually so smart.
I'd be down.
I wanted to do something like very different and like unique
Yeah.
for your birthday, but like in New York, I feel like there aren't that many options to do things
I
like
did
that.
see
Field day.
a friend
What's
do
that?
a paint.
Oh, like
gun.
leave New York? Leave Manhattan?
Oh, no. So my
Oh.
friend Annie, she had a field day for her birthday. So she invited like 30 people. People canceled plans to go to this field day.
What's a field day? I
She
don't know
had
what a
like
field day is.
relay races planned.
Oh.
She had tug of war. She had eating contests.
That's so cute.
Phenomenal
Damn.
time. Yeah, she showed
A
me
lot of
they
coordination,
did, like,
but yeah.
the water balloon toss. There was rock,
Yeah.
paper, scissors, shoot combined with tortilla slap also.
Oh my God, yeah. You only do these things as
yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring them
Bring it
back.
back.
Bring it. Dang.
They're so fun.
Dang,
like, who
We should have
said
had this
we have
conversation
to go
earlier.
to a club
I
with
know.
loud music and
Yeah.
uns?
Dude, screw clubbing.
Boo.
We're going trampoline park.
We
We're
go
going laser
field
tagging.
day. Laser. Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude! Senior year homecoming, instead of like, actually, I don't really know what people do before homecoming, but my friend group went laser tagging before
Really?
homecoming.
Wait,
it was
dressed
so
up
lit.
and you're like,
Yeah, dressed up. We played with a bunch of like sixth graders. We were running
Oh my
around.
gosh.
Oh, it was so fun. That was a great night.
dang, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna start doing that just like on regular weekends.
Just you by yourself, Barney sits. and
Not
going
by
to the-
myself. I'm gonna invite friends and just go like laser tagging instead of going
Yeah.
out on a
Yeah.
Saturday. Oh,
That's a
it's so
great
s-
idea. That's a
Yeah.
great
Wow,
idea.
and it's not that
Yeah.
expensive because it's like priced
It's
for
probably
kids.
cheaper than going out.
And you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
feel bad. And if you're in Columbus,
No Sunday scaries,
Air
at least
Up,
drinking
I think.
wise.
Air Up is where I went. Whoa,
Arab?
that's where I work. Sorry.
Oh,
I was like, wait, what? You went to
Oh,
work?
that's crazy. Wait, I think that's what it's called. But on Wednesdays, it's student night, so it's 20% off also. But the admission is only like $10 anyways. So
Dude,
my
I'm gonna start
God.
looking up trampoline
Yeah.
parks and laser tag places. I'm
Dang.
gonna do that. Oh, I'm not here next 2 weekends, but I'm gonna do that because
As
it's
soon
right
as I
now. It's
come
like
back.
cold and the weather's nasty, so you can't really do
Yeah,
anything
you
outside.
don't
anyways.
want to go out either.
Just
Mhm.
go to a trampoline park for a Saturday night.
Laser
Wow.
tagging. Dang.
Dang, this was a very
Go
productive
trample some
podcast. Wow.
students.
Mm-hmm. Dang, listeners, jot this down.
Jot this down. This is how you have fun in your
Yeah.
adult life.
yeah,
Treat your
Dude,
kid.
I don't know. I think
self.
I
Mhm.
just was like a little over going out,
Mm.
and especially
I'm
because
so
I'm in
over
my
it.
sober era, right? Yeah.
You are?
So
Oh,
I was
wow,
just like,
you're-
I'm
Oh,
just
you've
like
been in
not
yours.
enjoying myself.
That's true.
Yeah.
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 And it's like a very specific criteria when I feel like I can have fun going out, and I feel
Yeah.
like 90%
Mm.
of the time is not fulfilled. So I'd rather do like
stars
silly
must align.
activities. Yeah.
Yeah, going
Silly
out is so
activities with my
lame.
friends.
It's so dumb. Like you just gather in a place. There's no activity that you're doing. You're literally just
I
like
mean, sing and dance, but yeah,
sing
sure.
and dance. But like, if the music
Yeah.
is not
But,
good, like
if you
it's
want
But that's
singing,
only
you
at
can
the-
do
yeah.
karaoke. If you want to
Oh,
go
karaoke's
dancing, go
fun.
to like a salsa
Yeah.
night
Yeah.
or line dancing
Yeah.
or swing dancing. Learn a new skill while you're
Yeah.
at it.
oh, that's so wow. This is a mind blowing podcast. I'm just my entire life is about
gonna
to
be completely
change.
changed.
Rachel just dropping bombs of wisdom.
My entire life trajectory is about to
Existence.
change.
Dang, gonna be
Like,
a healthier person.
I'm
We're
gonna be
bringing back
healthier.
playing.
2024, baby.
Yeah, this is so smart. Thank you, Rachel, for enlightening us.
You're welcome.
Do we
Well,
want to
you're
make a hard
welcome.
pivot or continue this conversation?
Do you have a hard pivot to pivot to?
I do have I have a really hard pivot.
All right.
Oh boy.
All
I
right.
I
I'm
realized
bracing
that-
myself.
We haven't checked I mean, you guys probably don't check our Discord at all, but I haven't checked it in a while. I was
Mm.
reading over it over the past couple of
Oh,
weeks. And our
nice.
fans ask
Okay.
us questions on here, and I feel like
Wow.
they deserve some answers to these questions. So,
Okay. Yeah.
Lutalika has been asking us some questions.
Mm.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he or she was watching our Getting to Know My Mom episode, and she said, or they recapped and said,
They said.
she mentioned not needing to have a certain amount of money to be in a particular situation before being in a family. You only need to find someone willing to work it out with you. And they said, I mostly agree with that, but I'm curious as to the following for you guys. What are some things that you'd want to accomplish, achieve, or acquire before starting a family, if that's something you want? Are certain things on that list negotiable? Like, are there milestones that you want to hit in your life before you start a family?
I've said this a lot of the time. Like, it's not a monetary value that I'm chasing before I start a family. It's my flexibility in my schedule and like the amount of time I have. Like, to be honest, this is like a stretch goal and I'll probably have to compromise on it. But in a perfect world, I'd have complete control over my schedule when I start a family, so that I'm not bound by, well, not retired, but like if I start my own business, I can work like late hours in the night and spend like the daytime with my kid, or like vice versa. And like if I can work from home all the time, so like I don't have to ask for like paternity leave and just have like flexibility over like when I work. I would love that in a perfect world, and that kind of is only achieved through entrepreneurship, because if you work at corporate 9 to 5, there are very few companies that offer good maternity and paternity leave care benefits,
like extended leave. But
yeah,
I mean, mom and dad raised us without having that flexibility, and we still
they made
love
it work.
them a lot.
That's true.
That's
what I'm saying. Like, I'll probably compromise on it because like I don't fully anticipate myself being able to get to that point, but I'd love if I could.
I think although mom and dad did a good job of it, like we hear dad say all the time, like one of his biggest regrets is like not spending more time with us. So it's like not a matter of whether or not they did a good job. It's more so of like how you feel while you're doing it, and like the retrospection of what you could have done better.
That's very true. I guess for me, it's very similar. I do think there is a financial threshold that you need to clear. I think Andrew has already cleared that, so that's why he's not thinking about it. Before you can actually be like, oh, I can support a family.
A child,
But mom and dad are really biased because they're like, oh, we did it while we had no money. But then, like, it's a struggle. Like, no one really wants to struggle.
Almost no money. It's true,
They were like, we raised you off $800 a month.
$800 a month. That's nuts to me.
I mean, back in the day, 800 was also worth more, but
it was, but like not that.
Not
even
that
if it was
more.
worth half as much, like raising a family off $1,600 a month.
Dad was a grad student, so he's basically making as much as I am right now. It's like the equivalent.
Think about you trying to raise a child.
Exactly.
And a significant other. Because like mom wasn't working. Anyways, crazy.
And there also has to be like a mental,
I think that's why dad was so angry all the time when he was raising us.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I don't think dad was ready to raise a kid.
He was not.
When he was raising me.
He was so mad all the time. And he's so joyous now. Like watching him interact with your friends, like dad would not do that when Jesse and I were kids. Very different impression. But it can be done. Everything worked out.
I don't think there's no hard and
That's true. Like it didn't not work out.
From the woman perspective, also like agreed on financial component, but also more of the mental thing, because I think if you're trying to have a career also and also have a child, there's way more expectations. I feel like I don't know. For me, I feel like I'm going to be the holdup in terms of when I want to start a family, if I ever do want to start a family, just because I have to get to a place where I'm like, okay, letting go of other aspirations and letting like raising a child be more of a main priority.
Right. What's your percentage split on wanting a child right now, Rachel?
I don't know. I don't think I can quantify it. Like, I think like currently, if you ask me right now, Rachel, do you want a child? I'd be like,
obviously.
well, no, not really.
Please don't have a child right now.
In the future. But I'm saying like
I know.
future you.
Like
but anyways.
right now, I can anticipate that in the future that that will be something that I want.
I
But
see.
like there's
Okay.
no current desire for
I
it.
see.
Yes.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, in our culture, like I still think about having children as, I think I'm more traditional minded than all of you guys, but having children does feel like wealth to me, to a certain extent. I think
Yeah.
I think there's a saying that's like family is wealth or something like that. Like the more kids you have, the more wealthy you are, and I think mom and
Yeah.
dad definitely subscribe to that kind of belief.
They do. They absolutely do. That's why there's 5 of
children.
us.
And part of it's kind of tied to like your kids are a little bit of an investment, because I fully expect my kids to take care of me when I'm old, and I fully will take
Yeah.
on the responsibility of taking care of mom and dad when they're old.
Yep.
Like I do not want them to. The fact that like the elderly in America have to go through like assistive care and like retirement homes when they go to an old age
Well,
just seems
some people
such
are living it up in Florida. It doesn't have to be a poor
right,
situation.
but that's the majority of America. The average American is not able to afford like a luxurious assisted living situation.
This is also very true. Yeah.
And I mean my roommates' grandparents are going through that process right now, and grandparents are always super resistant to going to these things because they lose their agency and they're like not like with their family. They're still
Yep.
you know, they're being taken care of by strangers every day that
Strangers,
don't have
yeah.
any like loyalty towards you. They don't have any I mean, they do have a responsibility to treat you well, but there's no motivation to go the extra mile to make sure you're like in the best, taken care of the best, in the best way
Yeah.
possible. And I think that can only be achieved by like your own kids. Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't say I look forward to taking care of mom and dad in their old age, but I definitely like am 110% doing whatever I can to make sure that the last years of their lives are like spent surrounded by
Lit.
family and lit might not be the
Andrew's
word that I
like,
would
"Not
use.
me."
Lit. No, what do you mean? I think this is. I mean,
No, all
the
three
way
of us
see-
are part of this.
all 5 of us.
All 5. Yeah, that's true. Philip is
there's
more
more
of
of
us.
us.
yeah.
I forget they're
No,
going
but
to be
I
responsible
think-
someday.
Like
Guess
I said,
what?
like
if we live in different places, they
You're
get
so
to
right.
vacation in a new place.
Exactly.
Like, every couple of years.
I think they would rather us all be in one place though,
they would
for their sake.
Okay,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
But like that's
But
kind
the
of how
likelihood of that happening.
I don't think
pretty
it's-
high.
I
'Cause we're
think I don't think we'll
close.
be in the same state. I think we might be on the same coast.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good
I think we
enough.
could all end up in the same coast. And that's
Yeah.
pretty close if we're all on the same coast. It's like
Yeah.
2-3 hours tops, like top coast,
Yeah.
bottom coast.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be so much fun when we like mom dad teaching our little grandkids Chinese. Yeah.
And just like living
Free childcare.
Mm-hmm.
free childcare.
Because they want to do it.
Yeah. Oh no. And
Especially
I
mom.
want them. I
Children.
want my children's grandparents to be a very big part of
Yeah.
their life.
I know. Sometimes I'm sad that like we're not as close as to Yi and Nai Nai as I see some other like of my peers in their closeness to their grandparents.
Yeah.
Mostly because my Chinese sucks, and even if my Chinese was better, I still wouldn't be able to talk to Yi. But yeah, they also live in China. Anyways,
All right. I'm gonna ask one more question from the Discord. Also from the same
It's
person.
almost horizontal time. I'm
Yeah.
feeling floor.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, as long as the camera can see you. Well, I guess it doesn't really actually.
I'm out of frame.
All right, Rachel's laying on the ground. Would you only date someone you could see yourself potentially starting a family with, or
No.
or does this change?
Dang, I'm really glad your boyfriend doesn't
Life
listen
is
to
a
the podcast.
journey, you guys.
I'm on the same page as Rachel, though. I think I'm also, like, I think dating is an experience. I mean, we grew up with this idea that dating is for finding your significant other, but I think dating
Yeah.
can just be a fun experience, even though if it's just for a brief moment of time in your life, you can still enjoy that
think-
period of time with the person that you love at that moment.
Also, given my mindset of I don't even really I don't want kids right now.
Yeah.
I think that also plays into that. So
Mm.
like I'm
Yes.
simply just not at the age
Here
where
for
this
the
is a huge
vibes.
consideration
Yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
I think I've very recently flip my mindset on that. Only because
Flipped.
I
In
will
what
say
direction?
when I remember talking to Rachel a year ago, 2 years, about this, your current relationship, and I was like, yeah, I kind of wish I went on more dates when I was in college. Like I just didn't go on any dates whatsoever because
Rachel would never
I mean,
take the initiative to do that though.
yeah, but like
To do
Rachel
what?
was still
To
the
go on more
deciding.
Go
dates?
on dates.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
no,
yeah.
this was like you still had the agency to choose whether or not you dated this person, and I was just
Yeah.
saying like I wish I like pursued more opportunities to date when I was younger, solely for like the experience. Well, no, just younger, not when I
Okay.
was young. I said, yeah, yes, I know I am still young and spry.
And also,
I will say like they're dating. You do take on inherent risk if you're dating. I mean, period. But like with it being non-serious, like you always run the risk of someone catching feelings or someone liking the other person more than the other or vice versa. And like I think it's a risk you should still take. Yes. But recently now, like, I don't think now that I am in my late 20s, I think like time
to the
is
club.
kind of the essence. Like I think I could still date for fun, but like it's kind of like I don't want to do that anymore. Like
Whoa.
I'm
You're
not
at a
gonna
different stage in life,
Don't put
yeah.
that pressure on me, bro.
I just like don't
Well, you guys also have two different personalities and are
Yeah.
at two different.
because
very-
like now
very
that I've
different stages
dated,
of
it's like I
life.
don't need
That's
the
true.
experience of dating someone I don't like that much. I mean, I don't even think you ever need that experience.
No, I think you can like someone a lot and still date them for a short period of time. Like with the intention of not
You like
marrying
someone
them.
a lot. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true. You're
I
right.
also think
If
that-
you're
At the point where you're deciding whether or not you're gonna be in a relationship, you probably aren't gonna know whether it's feasible to have a family with them yet.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's something you
That's
figure
true.
out
That's also
so much
true.
way
Way
further down
later,
the line
yeah.
that can't be like the initial consideration. Like
Mhm.
obviously if there are huge like value red flags, you shouldn't be dating the person anyways.
Yeah.
right.
So I don't know if it necessarily needs to be someone that you can envision like
Yeah.
starting a family
That's
with.
fair.
I actually think it's unhealthy to go in with the mindset like every person you evaluate is can I marry you or not? Like that's
Yeah.
not you can't figure that out that early on. You're going to close
Yeah.
a lot of doors that could have been something that could have worked out, but you like on initial like upon meeting the person you already have this mindset of can I marry you or not? Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like being in a relationship and being like in love with someone, maybe not necessarily in love, but like having romantic feelings towards another person is a really nice flavor of life. And you should indulge in it if you like it's a part of the human experience. I think it's something that we should all partake in, whether or not it leads to marriage or not. And I think I'm feeling this way because I've been single for like 2 years now, and life just kind of lacks a little bit of flavor right now.
Yeah.
It feels like I can
What?
spice it up a little bit.
The spice of
What?
that. But I don't
You
think
can
that's
spice
the
it up by
reason
playing
why.
with your friends and
That's
going
why
to
I'm saying,
trampoline
like,
park.
I
But
don't
it's
know
a
if
different
that's-
type of spice though. That's a
It
good
is.
flavor too, but this is a very particular flavor, you know?
But I'm saying like I don't. I'm still split. I take that back because on one hand I'm like you're right. Like if two people are on the same page of like it's not that serious. Let's just like go on these silly little dates together.
You don't
and
even
just,
need
like,
to
do
be.
fun
You
really.
don't even need to establish that it's not that serious. I would even say in my last relationship, like I never
I'm
at any.
anti-defining ever. I'm anti-defining things ever just because
Really?
All right, that's gonna run you into
Yeah.
some
Wait.
trouble later in your life.
Really?
or at least I think that there's so many like life is a journey, right? You guys like keep saying this, but it really is. Like I feel like when you define things, it closes doors or it like doesn't allow it sets a very specific type of expectation and doesn't allow things to change.
Wait, but
so
like,
whoa,
Doesn't
wait,
judge.
how far are you
Defining
willing
boy-
to take that?
but defining boyfriend girlfriend is closing the
Okay,
door of
that's
seeing
different.
other people though, which is
Right. That's the
yeah,
only door
that's
that's-
fine.
yeah.
If it's like not disrespectful of the other person. Okay, anyways. So I guess if you mean casual as in non-exclusive.
You're being
Yeah.
like casual as in like we might break up sometime in the future, but we're not like defining whether or not we're gonna break up.
You're
Yeah.
defining exclusivity, but you're not defining the seriousness of said relationship.
What are you? What is your? What do
What?
you mean when you're saying defining?
Okay. It's horizontal time. Bye, guys.
I don't know.
Um,
Like
You guys continue
you're right.
this conversation. I'm no longer participating.
I only say that because when I did go on silly little dates with people that like I couldn't see it working out for one reason or another, after a couple
that's
days,
not
I'm
fun.
kind of like, what's the
I agree
point?
with you.
Exactly. So like,
That's not fun.
it has to. You don't have to be like, I'm gonna marry this girl, but
Yeah.
the possibility of marrying said girl needs to be like a possibility. Like it can't be like
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
hmm.
I think marriage is a social construct that we've just all bought into.
I agree.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think-
I
Enlighten me.
agree with this one. I have resurrected. Go back down.
I just think that I can envision myself being in love with more than just one person in this world. Like there's
That's
definitely
fair.
multiple
Okay, yeah.
people.
7 billion people.
Why
Something
why
to add.
keep myself from like feeling that towards, and it's different types of love too with different people.
Yeah.
Like why
Oh,
And
okay.
keep
This is
yourself
where I
from
less
feeling that?
agree with. Wait,
Relationships
hold
are
up,
so
hold up.
circumstantial.
Hold up.
Like almost like I'd say like 90% of it is like location, where you're gonna
Mhm.
be, where your job is. It's not necessarily the person. I think the person is probably only like a small percentage of it. The other large percentage of it is just circumstances and
Yes.
logistics
Yes.
and working things out.
Yeah.
So like if you're able to learn,
minute.
grow, learn about yourself,
Mhm.
grow more, understand better how to love like the next person while still having like this good experience with this person that you know, like circumstantially things won't work out. Yes, it will suck when things don't work out
Yeah, when you have
because
to
of
end it, yeah.
circumstances in life. But
Okay.
you've still like you're still able to cherish the time that you've had with this
Yeah.
person.
Of course. In the abstract, I kind of agree because you're right. There's 7 billion people. Statistically, there's probably more than one person that you can be very compatible with in
Yes.
different ways too.
Yeah.
But in practicality, once you have kids, once you are actually trying like the logistics,
Oh, yes.
you need to commit.
No, once you
to,
decide
like,
to
the
have a
Well,
kid,
that's
construct.
when
you're
you
done.
have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you're
Yeah.
done doing that.
Oh, okay.
Dating.
Before
Okay.
that-
Okay.
Yeah,
we're on
before
the
that.
same page.
We're just talking about dating.
Oh, okay. I see. But so would you be open to like you're down to like casually date and see like multiple people? Like everyone's on the same page.
No, I'm not
Wait.
saying that.
No.
Like I'm down to
Wait.
be.
Okay.
I want to be
Just
in love.
Be in a serious
With-
relationship.
Yes, I want to be in love multiple times in life before I settle down.
Do you want to go through heartbreak that many times?
No, but you can. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the heartbreak part. But
Dude, it doesn't. When does it ever end where you're just like, wow, we really like each other. Let's just end it and find somebody else. Like it's a
What?
painful breakup. That's what I'm saying. It's not possible.
I
Like
think
if you're gonna
also
be in,
can't anticipate breakups like that.
oh, I mean, obviously
you can fall
don't,
out
like,
of love. Maybe I
anticipate.
want to fall in love multiple times and then fall out of it.
That sounds terrible. I would hate that.
Yeah, that sounds.
Like I'm saying, in
In
the
practicality,
abstract,
this
sure,
doesn't
fine.
sound
In
good, yeah.
practicality, this doesn't work at all.
I said I just want it to happen. I don't think it will actually happen. But no, being in love is fun. And when you are in love and
yeah.
there's like nothing really going wrong in the relationship yet, like it's a great experience. And I want to experience that. Like, yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to
Dang.
experience it multiple.
Yeah.
I used to not be this way at all. I
Really?
used to want to just be in love once, marry that person. But I'm starting to like.
I remember being that way, and I still want to
Yeah.
be that way. I want to find the ride or die as early as possible, because I'm like, if that person is the
Interesting.
person I want to spend the rest of my life with, like I want to spend as much time with said person as soon as I can. Like, why would I delay it
I
by
think-
trying to find other people?
I think
I
I'm
just don't
such a
think there's one of
perfectionist.
them.
I'm such a perfectionist that I'm like, okay, if I go through this multiple iterations, I will inevitably be the best
Optimize.
version of myself
Yes.
with the last person.
Yes.
Last
that's true.
permutation will be the most optimized.
What makes you
form.
think your
This is
current
not
iteration is the
saying-
best one?
I mean, it's not,
This is
but you
not
can grow
saying
within
that
the relationship.
I'm going to
but
date
yes.
multiple people, considering I just don't like dating people. Anyways,
Yeah.
No, but I understand. This goes back to what
Mm.
Rachel was saying beforehand. Like, it's not. I'm not committing or saying that I want to date a lot of people. I just want the option, like the clear headspace to be like, oh, I can do this in the future. Like, you're
and
not
just,
defining
like, not closing things off
Exactly.
early because of like
Exactly.
some expectation. You're like, oh, I'm not going to pursue
see.
this because we're in different
Yes.
locations. I'm not going to pursue this
Yeah.
because they don't meet this certain expectation. Like, people come in so many different
Exactly.
flavors,
Right.
and there's so
Yes.
much to learn
Yes.
from everyone.
Yeah.
That like,
But I'm just saying, like, okay. My argument is like, if the only thing that's like the only reason why I would say this person I couldn't see myself marrying is because of a personality difference where I'm just like, I don't agree with your character.
Yes.
And if anything else circumstantially, like distance wise, or like that can all be overcome. So like, that's why I'm like, I need marriage to be at least a possibility. I'm not saying I'm going to marry this person. I'm just saying this is an open possibility because there's no like character flaws in this person, or else I wouldn't even pursue dating said person. Does that make sense?
Do you see being with a person that you don't think you're gonna marry as a waste of your time? Like, why are you in that relationship when you could
A little
be
bit.
finding
Yeah,
someone
a
else?
little bit. Like if there is a distinct like, not character.
I think
character flaw is way too harsh.
You also
Just like,
have the flexibility of like being able to change your location.
that's
And I
very
think
true.
that
yeah.
makes
yeah.
up
Okay.
a
that's
really big
very
part
true.
Yeah.
of
That's very true.
relationships ending.
Okay. You're right. You're right. Yeah, that comes from the privilege of like working in semi-remote. Not even just like yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's very fair. That's very fair.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, it is true. Like, but I just don't think I don't believe there is a one person.
I know. I don't think there is a one person, but you grow into the one with the person that you decide that you want to commit to because character traits and personalities all mesh.
But I
And
don't
also,
think
I shouldn't
it's
say
worth like
character flaws.
brushing away the other like potential ones, because you can't like anticipate the things that are gonna break you guys up.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my theory, and I've said it multiple times. It's you either not on the after like the first like 2-3 dates, like after you've talked to said person for like I'll clock it arbitrarily at like 10-15 hours. So the first couple dates, you either know like that person like could be the one and you're proven right, or like that person could be the one and you're proven wrong, or
Yes.
like after the first 15 hours, like I kind of have a gut sense of like, if I know this isn't going to work out, like
I think
it
it's
doesn't
even
matter
less time
how
than
many
that.
more. I think it's less time than that too.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think it's after the first date.
Yeah.
So like, if after the first date and I'm kind of like, like I don't think this is gonna work, no amount of more dates is gonna change it.
No.
And
Yeah,
so
I don't-
that's why
I
I'm
also
saying
don't
like
wanna
there's
pursue a
no
relationship with
there's
that
no
person.
reason. Yeah, exactly. There's no reason to keep on going on casual dates.
Yes,
That's
I
what
agree.
I'm saying. Okay. Lit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
cool.
fair.
But I think
Okay.
there are a lot of people, especially you being
Nice.
in New York, there are a lot of people that you can meet, and then within the first 10 hours or whatever you say, you could
Yeah.
see yourself dating them. Not a lot.
Oh, you think
I'm
there's
just
a
saying
lot
there's
of
more
people
than one
that-
person.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah.
And then you have to go on dates to find out. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you guys, I mean,
Life is a journey.
like I say, logistically, this, like what my mentality is, makes no sense when you play it out logistically, but it's a
Right.
headspace that I want to move into. Like being more open to the fact that relationships come and go. There are multiple people that you can be compatible with. Like it's not a life or death
Relationships come and go in
situation.
the platonic sense too.
Yeah.
I had to help my friend through like semi-friend breakup
Oh
Dang.
boy.
earlier in the
It's
week
tough.
also.
We talked
Dang.
a lot about friendship
And she was just
breakups.
like, I wish that things could just stay the same and that we could just talk every day and it just be like that forever and always. And
Aw.
I go,
That's so
Well,
sad.
Yeah.
That was so
I
sad.
was like, well, I understand where this is coming from. It wasn't
Yeah.
a friend breakup. It's just like circumstantial things, like just distance happening and her recognizing like the distance growing between her and her best friend.
Damn.
Is this from
Yeah,
the same people from the last podcast about cutting people off?
No.
No, not
Damn.
that one. Okay.
Sad.
Okay.
We've been going for like an hour and a half. Dang.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I'm
Wow.
gonna cut a lot of
That
things.
last debate was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And I don't
That's
think we
good.
came to a conclusion. We were
really
talking
did,
very
not really.
abstractly, but
We just
Circularly.
have different ideas of what types of relationships we can
I
be
actually
in,
don't
and
think
that's
where
fine.
we landed is that different, to be completely honest.
yeah.
I think your mindset towards dating is definitely different than
Okay.
mine.
It
You're
is,
also
you're
different right now because, well, I guess I don't want to
I'm
spill
in
the
a different
beans.
stage of life.
No,
There is
No.
someone that I'm really excited.
yeah.
that I'm talking
Andrew's
to.
really
That's
excited
it,
about
yeah.
someone. He's not
Oh.
gonna like be like, oh yeah,
That's
like
also true.
yeah.
Yeah, no, you're
Date
right.
Casually, I'm
yeah,
seeing
you're
other
right.
women right now.
Absolutely
I'm
not.
seeing 20 other women right now.
She's not
20,
gonna listen to
jeez.
this.
I hope
but,
she listens to this podcast.
I'm down
I
so
love
horrendously.
concrete.
What?
Andrew's down bad. Oh, newsflash.
so bad.
Andrew's down horrendous.
horrendous.
Yeah, but in
Andrew
the
is
best
a
way
big
possible.
Yeah.
We're all very excited to see this relationship blossom. Hopefully in the right direction.
It's early. It's still
It's
early.
early, yeah,
innings,
it's
but,
early.
yeah,
But
I haven't
it's not
been
exactly
excited
like
to-
isn't it awesome to
Yeah.
be
Yeah, it is. But that's what I'm
to
saying.
feel
like,
this way
why?
about someone? Yeah.
I know. That's why I'm saying like there's no point in like because there were other people that I obviously went on like first dates with when I first moved to New
Mhm.
York a year and a half ago, and like yeah, like I didn't have a bad time, but I was just like, there's no point in like pursuing this if
Yeah.
like there was obvious like
It took a lot
reasons.
of convincing for you to stop pursuing some of this.
Okay, fair. Well, wait a minute. Wait,
what'd you say?
I'll tell you off pod. Rachel said it took a lot of convincing for me to stop pursuing it, which
Stop pursuing what?
we're gonna cut this. Cut this part, yeah.
yeah. No, I know.
Damn,
Yeah.
Jesse,
No,
stop
sorry.
being a
But like,
So I thought we were
empty-headed
talking
little-
about the current situation. I was like, all right.
man, okay, you're so right. And now that I'm looking, so this is now Andrew with more
It's
life experience.
retrospective.
You're so right because I'm like I should have cut it off
Everything
earlier.
is always retrospective.
You're so right. Yeah, retrospectively speaking now, I'm like, I knew it wasn't working, but you're right. I still kept on going on like dates with this girl, even though I knew it wasn't working. And retrospectively, there was no point in that.
No, but
Like,
even
why-
I was encouraging you to still do it. Like I was just,
Yeah.
we wanted you to turn it into something more, but
Yeah.
I guess it just wasn't
Yeah,
working.
you're right. But like retrospectively, like so many things, and like there's nothing wrong with this person. Not with like her
And
personality.
you
It was
only
like
would have learned if you had gone through this experience.
yeah, and I only would have known this if I'd gone through it. But like yeah, looking back, like it didn't work out, and it wasn't a waste of time. A little bit.
No, it also just
And I
makes
think
your
it
next
probably
relationship.
shifted your
Yeah.
mentality.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and expectations, because remember we were talking about your type before this girl also.
Yeah.
And I don't think that would have changed as much
Mhm.
had you not gone through
you're
this
right.
previous
Yeah,
rela-
you're so
or
right.
previous little situation.
You're so right. Go on more dates. You learn more about yourself when you do.
Live your life.
Live
Life
your
is
life.
a
Exactly.
journey.
The whole point
You
of this
All
only
right,
is
learn
I
from your
lied. You're right.
mistakes.
Hey, you're so right.
Yes.
Live
Alright,
life,
cool.
play.
It's almost just
Live
giving
life,
yourself the permission to do it, because like
LLP.
Yeah.
we
You're
grew up
so
with
right.
such a
Okay.
traditional mindset. Like we
Yeah.
never gave ourselves the permission to go
To
and
date.
like do things like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
With like an open mind. I just want to
Yeah.
even encourage myself to go.
Yeah.
'Cause
You know what? I take it back. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to this week's episode of the Rooftop Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I want to do more of these Zoom pods. Like, even though we're not in person, I
Nice.
still think, yeah, it's nice to talk to you guys, and it's still fun.
Hey, Rachel, I enjoy getting to know about your day. Why are you
Yeah.
making that face?
Rachel's is the only one not having fun.
Rachel's
right
like,
now.
absolutely not. Get me
I'm
out
being
of here.
forced into this. Get me out of
Only-
here.
Only if we're sponsored by Sherrod Brown.
All right, that's not a done deal yet, so
Sorry,
Spoil
that's a
it.
good
I'm gonna bleep
teaser.
that out. But
Yeah.
we might have some. Dude, the sponsorship opportunities at the Rooftop Pod gets
Go crazy.
very strange.
They
Very
go crazy.
strange.
They go
Our
crazy.
next one is
I
also
love
very
it. So
strange.
eclectic.
Brace
Yeah.
yourselves.
Andrew's got like really traditional, like big consumer brands, and then the rooftop pod
That's
just
because
gets.
he's like a lifestyle influencer.
Do you
What
need
we
better
influence?
teeth?
People's minds. We influence people's minds, you guys.
Wow, you're
That's
so
true.
Andrew
right.
influences people's buying practices.
Yeah, we influence
Yeah.
people's political decisions.
And dating preferences,
And
apparently.
romantic life decisions.
Yes, that's true. Anyways, yeah, let's wrap
Which
this up.
you guys should not take our advice on any
Oh,
of this, by
please
the
don't.
way.
We're dumb.
Yeah.
Given
you're
our
so right.
histories, given our dating
we-
histories,
we
we
have
are
collected
definitely not
dated
the people to
One
listen
person
to.
each on average.
Yes, we have a collective 3 dating
Yeah.
experiences.
That we're
We're
wow.
We
not
Hey, that's
know
better than
nothing.
Yeah, we really
That's
do
like-
know very little. But I mean, I
Yeah.
learned a lot in my. I mean, I would argue 1.5 for myself. Hey, I would also argue 1.5 for Andrew.
I would argue.
1.35.
Just kidding.
So we maybe have a collective like 3.9 relationships.
Wait, Rachel,
Uh,
would you count yours as 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean?
A full 1. Well, Rachel's not defining anything. I don't know
true.
if we're defining this as 1.
This is defined,
you're right.
you
You're
guys.
right. You're right. You're right. All right.
Guys,
yeah.
it's not like I'm seeing like 5 different people right now, okay?
Dang.
Let's not
Dang,
get this
Rachel's a
twisted.
player.
Don't get it twisted.
You can't tie her down.
What
okay,
the?
we're gonna cut this. we gotta sign out.
Yeah, let's sign out. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this week's episode of the Rooftop Pod. I'm your host, Jesse, and checking out with me is my sister
Rachel.
and my brother.
Andrew.
And we will see you all on the next episode of the Rooftop Pod. Peace.